What's going on, everybody? We are going to run down the gunner specialization that is currently on the PTS and go through the pros and cons during the videos, some of the stuff I've talked about on the stream, the crazy armor stacking and all that'll be included in the video. And we're going to run down the perks right now and just go through and show you kind of what it has, what it can do, and so forth there. Alright, so as a lot of people are already aware, all the specializations will be now having a weapon damage increase to any of the weapons you choose. They can go up to 15%. And you can choose up to 3 of these at any time. Like I said, you can pick whatever you want there and do it across any of the specializations. Gunner automatically unlocks a 50-round large pouch. This is automatically unlocked by choosing Gunner, which is crazy nice. It has a 5-tier P320 X Compact. It's nothing too special or fancy. It's there. It's usable. Nothing too out of the ordinary, really, right there. The ability to generate 10% of total ammo capacity every 60 seconds, and party members recover 5%. This could be possibly wrongly worded or bugged, or I'm not sure what, but I was generating 15% instead of 10%, and it does actually regenerate multiple ammo types at the same time. So if you have an LMG and an AR, it'll generate those at the same time. Out of my 900 rounds, I was getting 135 rounds. Pretty useful little talent there. 20% weapon handling whilst not moving. You need to be motionless for 1 second. Rate of fire increased by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. The standardized 20% reduction to crit in conflict. Killing multiple enemies without releasing the trigger adds 3 to the ammo bar. You'll see that. You see the ammo bar next to your actual ammo in the other part of the video. The normalized version of this is in every specialization now. Killing an enemy removes all of their signature ammo and drops ammo for your signature weapon. That is in all of them. Doesn't seem to function on the PTS right now. However, it sounds pretty absurd. So we'll see how that goes. Killing multiple enemies without releasing the trigger adds 1 to your group's members' ammo bar. This goes from 10% to 40%. Increase signature weapon damage, signature weapon skill with tier. This increases in addition to that scaling. Obviously the riot foam grenade, which is self-explanatory. Kills grant 5% armor on kill up to 15%. This can be obviously stacked with other things that give you armor on kill, and with the amount of armor I've been talking about, it's pretty silly how much armor you can regen from that. This is every 5th reload is 50% faster, going down to every 3rd reload is 50% faster. The crazy armor kit. Armor kits repair 100% armor and grant 50% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Also very crazy. And this is the Banshee pulse with the increase to duration and range. Now, the Banshee pulse, I'll have other parts of the clip as well, going through how it works with spotter and all that. It does actually count as a pulse. It does cause confuse on enemies. In PvP, it only lasts for about a second. What the confuse does, it's like a cone. Like I said, you'll see how it works later in the video. The pulse itself is not supposed to count as a status effect, even though it's worded like that. Apparently, the devs don't intend it to be that way, I guess. But like I said, you'll see that later on in the video. Just a couple other little side notes here in case you're testing the PTS yourself and so forth. If you're currently, I'm assuming it's a bug, it'll be fixed. If you're currently looking for specialized ammo on the PTS for your gunner, you can literally go to the DZ. You can kill your character, or just going to the DZ usually gives you 150 rounds. If you go out, reload, and then like die to NPCs or something like that, more often than not, you'll end up with your 300 rounds. Like I said, I'm sure that's not really intended. Obviously, it happens in the ODZ, so forth as well. So that'll be something that I'm sure they'll fix down the road. More than likely, what I'm assuming is going to end up happening down the line here with Division is that they're probably going to end up making aces and all the different sets and stuff not affect specializations, or the specializations not be able to have any kind of buffs when it comes to switching to those weapons and such. Because as of currently, you know, aces and eights, tip of the spear, all of that does affect your specialization weapons. So I'm assuming they're probably going to change that down the road. Like I said, this is just a guess. Or they're going to end up nerfing aces and eights and so forth, just simply because of how much stronger it is versus other sets, instead of bringing the other sets up, which is usually just a standard reaction from developers. Instead of bringing the other stuff up, they just tend to, you know, to nerf instead, you know, go that route instead. I'm hoping it doesn't go that way, but, you know, we'll see down the line. Again, just guesses there. Just one other side note. More than likely what I'm assuming is going to happen in the future of Division here is that they're going to have to end up looking at getting rid of percentages or retweaking the amounts that we're doing to and rebalancing a lot of different numbers and such. It's the same thing that happened in WoW back in the day. Was numbers were getting too big, and anything that was percentage based or so on, it would cause many issues with developing the game and so forth. And, you know, we're getting into that category already and not so far into the game's lifespan where, you know, people have like 500k armor. They have things like preservation that is 10 to 20% armor regen or healing. You've got things like patience is 5% every second. That's, you know, a considerable amount there. All different things, you know, like the gunner's now armor on kill. It stacks with other armor on kill and so forth. I think when you start getting into those big numbers with percentages, I mean, you can start really having a lot of issues. So I think they're going to have to end up looking into that probably sooner rather than later. Again, literally just including these ideas in there just to kind of, you know, keep it fresh in people's minds and, you know, people thinking about things, but nothing that's actually upcoming or anything that's been said about it. So hopefully you enjoy the rest of the video and it runs down and goes through as thoroughly as I can. So we're going to show the ammo restock that Gunner gets, which is about 15% for the player and about 5% for other players. As you can see right there, I just gained 135 LMG ammo just by sitting here. The cooldown is 1 minute, as it says on the thing. All right, so now we're going to show off the P320 X Compact fully leveled up, just to see what it can do. You can see the talents on it there. You can see the mods on it here. We'll try it. We'll try the holster and such with it as well, just to see how that works. And it looks like the sharpshooter is the one that actually has the bugged weapon, as you can see there. But yeah, right now I've got Nemesis on. That's gonna boost the headshot damage a little bit, and of course the new holster. So we'll test the damage here. 82k headshot right there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop a enemy and get unstoppable force to show that, as well as the 20% from the holster. At 118,000. So it's not that bad. I mean, it's got a decent amount of rounds in it. It's got a decent RPM, etc. So it's not horrible. All right, so we're gonna show off how Spotter works with the new Banshee pulse from a gunner as well, because it actually counts as a pulse as well as Wicked. So we're gonna pop this guy once here. 969 right now, right? Test it right here with spotter mask on now. 969 like it was before, right? Now we're gonna pulse. This is the Banshee pulse. As you can see, definitely added right there. All right, now we're gonna show the chatterbox with the minigun. And that was literally the entire 150 rounds. Yeah, as you can see here, we have 300 rounds in a minigun, magazine, and 150 extra rounds. Did not include that in the rest of the video, so I'm gonna put that in here. Just a little add-on, because I forgot that you can put more extra there. So, and we've seen the minigun do up to, you know, 50, 60k on elites. That's without points into the specialization at all. So, I mean, the minigun definitely can pack quite a punch. Not only that, but with Ace's buff, It does double the damage of the bullets, so if you're doing 60 to 70k per bullet from a minigun, you're doing 120 to 140,000 per bullet. We're gonna utilize and show what the gunner can do for armor. Currently right now with the minigun out, I have 300 rounds in it because the aces gave me the ammo buff, which affects specializations. This gives me 100% of my armor, even though it says 50% on the minigun. That is only because it has 150 rounds in it normally. Now, we're going to stack the ace's 30% armor on top of this and show what that does as well. Alright. Go ahead and do the 30% again. And obviously remember, oh, I'm gonna pull it out now. Now we're right here, right? So that's 30% on top of that. That's an incredible amount of armor, right? Now on top of that fact, I'm at 450k just by myself. 100% on top of that, that's 900k. Plus another 30% on top of that, I'm over 1 million. And I have Unbreakable on. So, I mean, good luck getting through all that armor. You know what I mean? So what we're going to do now is just show that I do believe there is a 200% 200% armor cap. So what we're going to do now is we'll stack Bloodsucker and show that. I'm going to need you to do it one more time here in a second. Sorry. We're going to stack 6 Bloodsuckers here. Make sure I have enough ammo to do it. Okay, now we got 6 Bloodsuckers plus 30%, and you can see where our bar is right there. 6 Bloodsuckers, 150%, 30% from his aces set, and another 100% from my minigun, right? It's right here. Now, to signify the 200% armor cap that I'm talking about, we're going to do 4 stacks, which is 100% from Bloodsucker, and pull out my minigun with 300 rounds, which gives me 100% of my armor. That'll be at 200%, and it'll be at the same exact point right there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to pull out the minigun, and we're at the exact same portion right there. So unless these bars are going off screen and we can't see them, that tells me we have a 200% hard armor cap. Unless, like I said, unless there's something I'm not seeing. A dev would have to confirm that, or we have to test it in the DZ to know for sure. But that's the gunner. I mean, you're looking at over 1 million armor easily on a gunner if they build it correctly and so forth. And it's not like I'm really missing anything in the build. You know, and with my Unbreakable on, I'm at 450k. Normally I don't have this holster on. I'll make another video on that later. Normally I've got on the ropes in this, compensated, etc. It's pretty crazy. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and make sure you take the chance to stop by the stream, drop a follow, hit the subscribe button, and click the bell icon for notifications if you would. Thanks. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
I'm a scat man.